Okay, students, now that you know how to edit, you have 3 photographs and you want to choose your best ones. So out of all of these, you should have had your 12 on your contact sheet, so you know which ones those are. And you're going to choose to edit those photos and submit them. So you have to submit 3 of your photos and you have to rename them whatever your element was. So or one of the elements. So the first thing I want you to do is, out of all of your photos, decide on the ones that you're going to edit, and you're going to go in and edit them. You can tell, let me close this back out for a minute. You can tell the ones that have been edited, and you can edit them all before you save them and just make some changes over top of them. They're the ones that have these little circles next to them that just shows that some changes have been made. So watch what I do to save them as something else. So right now they're scavenger hunt, and they've been edited, but remember, you're just putting commands over top of them inside here in Camera Raw, so you're not really changing any of the pixels or anything. So if I want to make those changes stick and I want to submit them with my changes on them, I have to do something different than just edit them and click Done. So I went through here and I did some edits on this. One of the last things that I always like to do to my photographs as I put vignetting on them, and if you watch the outside corners of this photograph, I can make it look really obnoxious. And but I just like to bring a little bit of a tiny, tiny dark shadow around the corners of my photographs. I don't want to make it too obvious, but just a tiny bit of that shading there brings your eye right into sort of the center of the photograph. So after I'm happy with the changes, and this is the one that I'm going to submit, I'm going to go down here to where it says Save Image. Now yours probably looks a little bit different than mine, but for file naming in here, you've got 2 categories here. So what I want you to do in the first one, actually it's probably set up as document in here, but I want you to first name it whatever it is that the element that it's representing. So in this case it's red and green, and then put your name next to it. Oops. So I'll just put Mrs. K in there. All right. Your file extension, begin, you don't need to do anything else with that. File extension, you need to choose this one. It's capital JPG, sorry. There is a lowercase JPEG in here, but the capital JPEG is what allows those changes to stick. So when you go to export it or upload it into Google Drive, all of your changes should stick on there. So basically, you save it into the same location, leave it there, like you want it to save it back exactly where it's coming from. I will have you go down here to your resolution and change it to 150 now. That's the printer resolution. If we were going to print these off, I don't know that I'm really going to print these. You'll just have them to have. I might actually do a big document with some of the nicest ones on them. But anyway, after I'm finished with all of that, you're going to click Save. And what it's going to do then, and then you can go Done. So it creates a copy of it and it alphabetizes them in here. So it was named red and green and then Mrs. K on top of it. So here it is. So red and green. I'll do one more for you real quick. So this one, and you know, I did make some changes on it a while ago, but so save image. I'm going to keep everything the same, only I'm just going to, and I'll leave this here because it's my name. So I just want to change the name of it here. So it's green with light from behind. Everything else stays the same. And save. When I hit Done, that should be the very first one up there, again, because it's alphabetizing them. So you need to do that to 3 photographs. If you would like to do more and turn in more, that's completely up to you. But when you're finished with that, you're going to do the same thing. You open up Google Drive, you open up the assignment, it would be Scavenger Hunt Part 3, and then you're going to add those photos in there. So this will really be the only time that you are turning something in that is not a Photoshop document. These are just going to be JPEGs. So remember that this, the contact sheets are always PDF. Plain photos are just JPEGs, and then anything that you do inside of Photoshop would be a Photoshop document then. And we'll do that with the next assignment. All right, that's it. Have fun editing and renaming.